Minnesota Timberwolves could save their franchise. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been disappointing over the years, but they could be hitting a new stride very soon. In this video, I'll be talking about where the Timberwolves stand as of right now with Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and D'Angelo Russell, and the bright future that they have. We've been raving about them for years and the potential that they possess, but now they have another chance to really start showing that potential, and this recent surge could save their franchise. The Minnesota Timberwolves have had some players throughout their history, and the most notable being Kevin Garnett, one of the best two-way players of all time and one of the most versatile players we've ever seen. During his time in Minnesota, we saw him win an MVP as one of the best in the league, but the big ticket could never quite bring home a championship to Minnesota, mostly due to lack of championship help, but once he got that help, we all know what happened. We also saw Kevin Love enjoy his prime years with the Wolves in the early to mid 2010s before being traded to Cleveland to take up a smaller role on a championship team alongside LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. With Love going out, in came first overall pick Andrew Wiggins in 2014, the next Kobe, Jordan, and whoever else people wanted to compare him to at that young age coming into the NBA. Wiggins' time in the city was very uneventful and disappointing for many, but we'll touch on that later. The franchise has been doing so badly that Jimmy Butler was nice enough to stop by and gift the team a playoff appearance for a season. Fast forwarding to today, we not only see Minnesota's new best player, but one of the best players in the entire league. Going first overall out of Kentucky to Minnesota, we saw Karl-Anthony Towns enter the league and make an immediate impact. He started off by winning Rookie of the Year in 2016, living up to expectations as much as anyone can in just their first season. We've seen him on two All-Star teams and he can battle with the best in the league. The other centers you can really name before him are Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic, and his talent says it all. Cat's offensive skill set is dangerous and powers the Wolves' offense today. From a scoring aspect, he could do it all. He has that super soft touch around the basket that leaves him as a great post scorer, and as a three-point shooter, he's as good as any big in the league. It's hard to stop him in the painted area, and he can stretch out your defense with his touch from deep. And if you run him off the three-point line, it's scary, because even if his 7-foot, 250-pound frame, he can put the ball on the floor and make a play. Towns isn't only a guy who could score, but he's also a great passer, especially out of the post. The Towns-Wiggins experiment didn't work out as planned for the Wolves. Wiggins couldn't live up to the impossible Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan expectations and comparisons that were attached to him at just 18 years old. And after 5.5 seasons in Minnesota, they parted ways and acquired Cat's best friend, D'Angelo Russell from Golden State, a guy with a super hot scoring touch and one of the smoothest pull-ups you can find. We saw his best years in Brooklyn, becoming an all-star for the 6th-seeded Nets in 2019, a very impressive and entertaining season after a rocky start in LA. To finish out Minnesota's big three, we could find rookie Anthony Edwards. To start the season, he was trying to find his game and come into his own, and he was struggling. It took him some time, but when he got hot, he stayed hot for the season, and it was very apparent that he was much more comfortable. He has that swagger and that confidence needed to become a star in the league, which is arguably more important than having natural talent. You gotta believe in Anthony Edwards' nonchalant attitude towards basketball shows that he doesn't take himself too seriously on or off the courts, which creates a fearless hooper. And has the shot-making ability and craftiness needed for a future star guard in this league. His impressive athleticism leaves him as a dangerous finisher at the rim. He's about a bucket, and his potential is through the roof. To round out the season, we really saw these three start to gel together and play off one another. The start of something new in a city where we've seen nothing but disappointment for years and years. This elite culmination of talent is scary for the league and exciting for Timberwolves fans. I've been critical of the organization because of their incompetence, but it's looking like they're ready to turn the corner we've been waiting for years now. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been a disappointment throughout their time in the league. We first saw them in 1989, and they missed out on the playoffs year after year until Kevin Garnett came in and took over, getting them out of the gutter. And like we talked about earlier, although Kevin Garnett became a great player in Minnesota, showing his mid-range ability and overall scoring prowess, leadership, and elite defensive versatility, they never were able to become a championship team. He played with players like Latrell Sprewell and Sam Cassell, but they never had enough, not with all the all-time greats they would have had to go through in the West for a potential championship run. This lack of championship ability from the organization led to KG's departure in 2007, where we saw him join up with Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. Incompetence or just falling short has led to many stars either signing with other teams or forcing their way out of their current situation. Especially in today's day and age, players are less likely to be loyal to a fault and waste their careers. The Wolves have been a team, at least in my opinion, that has been in danger of giving their franchise player no choice but to leave. Their underachieving years after they were supposed to take over the league has led me, among many other people, to believe that Cat's days in Minnesota are coming to an end. But with the potential we've seen from specifically in the second half of the season, this may not be the case. Fans love their new coach, and we know how Cat has been over the years, but the addition of number 1 pick Anthony Edwards could be what really saves this franchise from going under completely. He's shown major improvements already and has made a very strong case for being the Rookie of the Year. We know he's going to continue to get better and better, and brighter days seem to be ahead in Minnesota. Towns has come out recently saying he wants to be like Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant and stick with one team his entire career. So he seems to be bought in the Wolves' near future could show why this would be the right choice for the young center. We've been talking about this team's potential and young talent for years. It's time for them to show us what they can be about. The Minnesota Timberwolves could save their franchise. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Rashad with Hoops Times 2. Hit the subscribe button if you see more content like this. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Peace out.